So it's time to turn into the 89 Rmx 250. Last time I ran this thing, it smoked terribly bad. It ran terribly bad. And what I'm thinking is the right side crank seal is bad. That is the one that's behind the clutch and the water pump. You have to pull the right side cover off the engine, take the clutch off, I believe, and water pump and everything right at it. So that's my plan. I finally got the parts in. I just had to get around and get time to do it. So what I'm gonna do, drain the oil out of it and go ahead and start taking it apart and replace that crankshaft seal, because it's probably never been changed before. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get set up and get this over with. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain the oil out of this thing, if it's got any, because what I'm thinking is doing is burning the oil. So that means that the crank seal is letting oil bypass out of the side of the engine that holds the oil, and when you're running it, the oil is actually being sucked out of the bottom of the engine over into the where the crank is inside of the I can't get it right now. Inside of the crank case, the oil is being pulled out of there over into where your piston and rings is and your crankshaft, and that's mixing with compression and just blowing oil out of the tailpipe. So that's why I had all that black smutty oil that was leaking out of the exhaust. And then I went to check the oil, and it wasn't that full, and it won't run right. It won't get up to high RPMs. It just bogs. So hopefully that's what it is. It's probably never had a crankshaft seal put in it. Now the one on the left side, which is the electrical side where your stator is, you'll know if that one's going bad, because it won't idle down. It'll be like the engine's running away, almost like you holding the throttle all the time. It's got some oil in it. It's not the greatest oil. Looks kind of milky. It's full of antifreeze though. It looks kind of grayish. But when I pull to drain the oil check screw, which is, I don't know if you can see it, it's this screw right here. I'm trying to zoom in on it. It's right behind that spring. That's the oil check screw. And what you do is you pull that screw out, stand the bike up, pull that screw out, and oil should be dribbling out of there. If it is, it's full, but it wasn't. That oil there smells alright. It's kind of grayish first coming out though. I don't know. But that don't mean anything. It still can be the crankshaft seal bad, because as in the first video you seen, I went through the carburetors, I checked the reeds. The reeds look good, and got it running, but it was just bogging. It wouldn't clear out till you hold it wide open, because it was trying to burn past that oil, but it was so much oil, I believe, pumping into the crankcase that it was like fouling the plug. So I'm gonna let this drain. Let's see. It's got quite a bit in there. let this drain out and get it up on the stand again and start pulling that side cover off. I mean, even if the crankshaft seal is not bad, it's still probably gonna need one. It's probably never had one anyway. Find the gaskets. So I just picked up a gasket set off of the internet. It's got all the crankshaft seals. Well, it's only two. It's got all the seals for the whole engine. It's got the water pump seal. It's got your intake gasket, side cover gasket, cylinder gasket, head gasket. So I've never heard of this place. Vertec, piston, and gasket. Usually it's Wiseco or something like that. But yeah, it's got everything. Clutch cover gasket. So it says Rmx 250 89 through 94. So anyway, hopefully they're good brand seals. But okay, well, I guess it's through drain. Oh, we got some more. I don't know why it's so gray though. It might have a water pump seal that's leaking a little bit, but we're gonna replace it anyway. If your water pump seal is leaking, you'll be getting coolant into the oil because your water pump runs right here in this side cover, and there's a seal behind the impeller. When that seal goes bad, that's when you have coolant in the oil. Yeah, and that'll make it smoke too. If you got both of them bad, it really smoke bad. But that'll be your bike will be running hot, and you start having you go check the oil, it'll be milky looking, and it'll be over full because the water is pumping out of the radiator directly into your crankcase where your oil is. So it looks like it's it might be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some tools, get this pipe off, and get all that off, and get this thing going here. Yeah, I'll go there. It's good. I'm gonna down there. What's the hell down there? I know you guys was like, why is he so quiet? Concentrate. So anyway, there's the crankshaft seal. It's right behind this gear here. So we're gonna have to pull. Yeah, we gotta pull the clutch pack off and then get this gear off. And the seal is right back there. And it looks like it can be put in from the outside. Some crankshaft seals on the right hand side can only be put in if you split the cases. But looking at this one, that's the seal right there, so should be able to get it out of there and put the new one in. So I don't know why that oil looks so grayish. Maybe it had a water pump seal leaking at one time. Somebody changed it, or hopefully the clutches ain't burnt up in it. Sometimes that can discolor the oil because of the dust off the clutch discs. But it's missing a spring and a bolt right here and a washer. One of those clutch springs and stuff is missing. Somebody's been in there though, because the gasket ain't old looking, and the water pump the impeller looked good. Somebody's definitely been in here before. And we'll let some of that oil out of there. So I'm probably going to flush all that stuff out. Well, I know I am. So I'm going to get this clutch off of here. That's just a push rod. So we got to pull all the clutch disc out anyway. It's supposed to be a special tool you use to hold this drum so you can get that nut loose behind it. I really hate you got to pull it off of there. That's the gear that runs the water pump. And no, that's your power valve, I think. I think that's the power valve. Because your water pump is actually ran. It's been a while since I've been in one of these. Water pump is ran by the crankshaft, I believe. Yes. This is your power valve. So hopefully should be able to slide this gear right out of there. If I have to take that off, I'm just one of those people, if you don't have to take it off, don't take it off. Especially if it's been a while since you messed with one or you never done it before. So it's been a good while since I've done a crankshaft seal on a motorcycle. Clutch basket got a little slack in it too. That might be that bushing. A little slack in it. But we'll see. So let me get a rag, wipe my hands off, and we'll get this basket off. Alright. Make a spot to put all that stuff. believe one of those springs is missing. Oh, it broke, or they stripped the basket. They just didn't put it back in there. I don't know, but it's missing. Yeah, that drone's got a lot of wear on it too. Those are your fiber plates for your clutch. They got the material on it. This is your this is what grips the clutch, your friction disc. But that clutch basket is awesome. We'll have to go through those and go through these, and they look, I don't know the exact thickness of them, but you want to make sure. So as I was saying before my timer ran out, this is your friction disc, your fiber disc, and then you got your friction disc, and when you pull these out, you want to put them back in the same order they came out. Now, if I'm saying anything wrong, burn me up in the comments, because it's been a while since I've done anything on the clutch side, crankshaft, seals, any of that. So it's been a while. I worked in a small engine shop for years, messing with motorcycles and dirt bikes, and then I got into cars and kind of got away from the motorcycle dirt bike scene. I did some here and there, but then I got into boats, then I got into jet skis, so the mind can only hold so much information. Of course, I got into forklifts, and so it's just so much you can process. You as you get older, you start losing a lot of memory on some stuff that you worked on a long time ago. So that's what YouTube's for. So anyway, it's supposed to be a tool to hold this thing. This clutch basket is really ate up. You can see where the clutch has been eating into the your disc has been eating into the basket. See all these little teeth marks here? It really needs a clutch basket. All those little teeth marks, it's where the clutch has been rattling, and it's been just aluminum against aluminum, and the friction of it's just been eating into it. But I don't know if I want to replace that right now. My main concern is to get this thing to run right. We'll see how the clutch is. It ain't nothing to pull the cover back off, put the clutch in it. Main concern is getting it to run right. And getting parts for these things takes time. You have to wait. So can I get this? Somebody's been in there, because that it's got like a washer with a fold tab on it. It's been built. Pretty sure this engine's probably been built before in its life. Because they did not fold that tab good enough. They didn't fold it right. Yeah, they kind of goofed that up. Whoever folded the little fold washer thing on the nut. They didn't do a good job. They kind of smushed it. That was too big. Too big. There we go. See if I can get that nut off there. That's what I mean by you need that tool to hold the clutch basket, because it just keep whirling. Try something to hold it. Hold it with this you don't want to pry against these little fingers because they'll break. It's actually a big wrench that you use. Yeah, that one hole right there stripped. That's why they didn't have the spring in there. That's tight. Yeah, that hole right here, I don't know if you can see it, all the threads are stripped out of it. You gotta be delicate with this aluminum. You're supposed to zigzag when you tighten those screws up with the springs. I thought I had a bush here. A little clay in it. Now we gotta get this gear off. I don't think this has a timing mark on it. That is like 13/7/8 or 13/16. Find something to hold that with. That baby's on tight. That's going to actually turn the motor over. These might not be big enough. Ooh. Nah, that ain't gonna work. I don't want to hurt that gear. I have to get something to hold it. Don't want to hurt that gear. So let me figure out something to hold that gear and get it off there safely, because they got that torqued on there pretty tight. I don't remember if you have to take the electrical side cover off and maybe hold the crankshaft over there while you take that nut off. I don't know. Don't remember actually. But let me find something safe, because I don't want to mess those teeth up on there. Might have a bigger set of pliers, but those are just too small. Alright, so I went here and got a big set of channel locks. I'm trying to find something to latch on to that gear, but I couldn't find nothing. Oh man, that thing is tight. This one jumped out of there. Hopefully, I know it ain't counterclockwise. Sucker will not come off there. Turn the compressor on. on there tight. Gotta figure out a way to get that off. Might go get the big impact. Or get a chain wrench or something. Woo, that sucker's on there. I guess I need to find out if that nut is reverse threads. So let me find that out. Alright, so I got these chain vice grip things clamped on that gear. So hopefully I can get it off using the big 3/4, that's what you call it, the big impact. That's after one bigger than that. Yeah. I was going the wrong way, probably. Actually, it's reverse threads. I thought I was going the wrong way and stripped the crank. I was like, oh, it's actually reverse threads. That got it off. Now we can take that off. That had me nervous for a second. I was like, well, I screwed up. Kiss the motor goodbye. There's oil. So that comes out of there. That's right in the middle of the seal. Yeah, because that turns around the seal there. Does that come out of there? And then the seal pops out? How does that work? And I'm turning that. I guess I'd have to just get a Phillips head screw. Looks like that seal is not even in there. Looks like it's not even in there flush. It might be the reason why it's leaking. Okay, here we go, here we go. Alright. That's what the seal rides on. There's the seal right here. But it looks like it's not flush right here. Like somebody put it in there, but it's kind of crooked. Let me see, can I pop that out? seal. Oh, well, yeah, look at that. I don't know if I just did that, but look at all the rust on the backside. Yeah, that seal is rusted out. It's got rust all on the back of it. It's just no good. So now I just gotta clean this out. It's got a lot of rust. What is that? What is that right there laying in there? Hell, that's a piece of the spring. Damn spring was rusted off the seal. That's the part that keeps it tight on that bushing. So that seal definitely wasn't any good. Matter of fact, I see oil all up in there where the crankshaft bearings is. Because your 2-cycle oil oils your crankshaft bearings, not the motor oil. So it was definitely leaking back. We'll clean this out. Look like some kind of ash or something. I don't know what that is. Look like water might have gotten the bottom in at one time. Brake cleaner or something, clean that out. Just rust all back up in there. So I'm gonna get some brake cleaner and clean that out and get the new seal ready to go in. And should be ready to slam it back together. So here's the old crankshaft seal, and you can tell this was like the original seal here. You can see where it's all swelled up in there, and the spring was rusted. This is the new one. Looks different, but that's what it calls for. And this is what the seal rides on. I cleaned it up a little bit. It's actually got an O-ring inside of there. I guess that keeps oil from going down the crankshaft where the threads is. So there's an O-ring in the kit. This one just pop it up out of there. So I believe that's the original seal, I think. That ring don't look bad. Alright. Actually, this O-ring looks smaller, so that ain't it. I thought it'd be in the kit, but there's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not torn. Actually, this is stationary because when you tighten it up, it's not going to turn. So we'll just stick it back in there because I don't That O-ring looks way too small. I don't think that's it. We'll just put it back in there. We'll put the new crankshaft seal in, and if I can get this O-ring back in there. So it just goes in there like that. I don't see nothing wrong with it, so the seal rides on there like that. We put a little oil on there. Just gotta go through like that. Alright, so I'm gonna get that in the motor. I'm gonna get this thing buttoned up. We're gonna fire it up. See how it's run. Alright, so it's all back together. I got coolant in it, I got oil in it, so let's crank it up and see how it runs now. It's probably still gonna smoke a little bit because there's a lot of oil and stuff in that pipe and up in the silencer, so but hopefully it clears. It's not gonna be fouling, so let's see what she does. Okay, here we go. Oh, I ain't gonna crank till I put the plug in it. No plug, no crank. I would have been like, why they got no compression? Whoa, something shocked me over here. We got some shockage going on. Something shocked me or something. Oh, something shocked me here. Just full of coolant though. I could have swore I got shocked. Felt like it. I'm gonna put the air filter in it and play with the air screw and see what that does. Still kind of peaky, but still got to burn out a lot of that oil that's left in it from the seal leaking. Still running too rich. I'm gonna check the slide on the slider. I mean the needle on the slider and see where it's set at. The needle's supposed to be in the middle slot. I don't know if I ever checked it. That could be a problem. Hard to unhook it. Okay, there we go. See where they got it set. It's in the middle. So that's really where it's supposed to be. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it up one. So what I did was on the slider it has the needle. I'll show you on the needle. Because I lost it has this little needle on the slider, and it has like different slots. I don't know if you can see the slots, kind of hard to see. Usually you have it in the middle slot, depending on how many slots it is. I think it's 4 slots. So I move the needle, I move the clip down 1 slot, so that would put it the second one from the bottom. And now bring it up and see what it do. Still not right all the way, so I think I need to go probably up 1, here down. It clears when it gets way on up there, but then it's still putrid. Like getting too much gas. Actually, I gotta go down one. one thing, it's going through gas mighty fast. gas in. It ran better the other way. I have to change the needle setting again. Still getting all this oil pouring out the exhaust. I'm wondering if this muffler stopped up with all this oil. No telling what's in the bottom end. Still getting all this black funky stuff. I believe that muffler's probably stopped up. So I took the muffler off. I'm going to try and crank it without that. It is just pouring oil out the pipe. I think the whole bottom end is full. seems like it's trying to burn all that stuff out of the bottom of it. Let it cool off a little bit. So this thing was running a little bit better, and it was getting better, and then it just stopped firing. I let it cool off, got ready to crank it back up to ride it again, and it just stopped firing. So these are your stator wires right here. This is for your lighting. This is your stator wires for your firing. Put the voltmeter on it, on them out, and getting nothing. I am getting something from the lighting coil though. So I pulled the cover off, checked it, made sure it didn't have any rust or nothing in there. Looked pretty good. So I believe the stator is just gone bad on it, because it just don't have any fire. So got on the internet, I found a stator for it. I'm just gonna order a new stator and a mission coil. There's the ignition coil right here. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna do. And I believe that what was wrong with it. It only wanted to run right when you get it at high RPMs. So I believe the stator was only kicking in at high revs to make it fire harder, but at low speeds it wasn't putting out enough fire, so it wouldn't let it burn enough fuel, and it started fouling. So it's probably what the problem's been the whole time, was the stator was bad. This thing set up for a while, so anyway, I'm going to let it just sit again. I'm going to go ahead and order a new stator, a new ignition coil. I don't think it's the ECU box, which is right up under here, and I can only find a used one. My guy's got a used one for like $200 and something on eBay, and I just don't want to put that kind of money out for a used ECU box. But I'm 100% sure it's the stator. I hope I'm right. Like I say, I owned it out. I didn't get anything coming from the firing side. So I'm just gonna put it up for now. Put it on the back burner till the parts come in, and then I'll get the stator in it, and hopefully, like I say, it'll start firing, and get it all back together and be able to ride it.